Okay, so I'm going to show you how to add images using CSS. Now the main reason you'd actually even want to do that is because then it gives you the chance to put backgrounds onto areas of your website. So for instance, in this light blue area, so that it isn't just kind of sitting there being a different color. This is super important because it's something you're going to run into time and again as you're building a website. I've set up some of the page code ahead of time. We have the HTML, but I'm going to take a look at the CSS. Now this box right here is called main, and so that's what we're going to be working with. So the first thing I'm going to do then is add the background image. Background image. Now I can click browse, and I'll go back and show you how to do that, but for the moment we're just going to type it in. URL As I click away, now we can see that the image is there. Now I could have gone back and actually clicked the browse button and navigated to where I'm keeping my image. However, this is pretty short, so it's relatively easy to just type that in. URL, parenthesis, the name of your image, and parenthesis, semicolon. So there's actually several things that you can do with this once you have it in there. You can set it so that the background goes only along one of the axes, X or Y, X being across, Y up and down. So let's explore that. Now you notice I get a handy little pop-up once I've typed in the background -repeat : and let's say repeat X. So I can type that in or click it. I'm just going to click it for a moment. Semicolon. When I click away and it updates, we can see then that it's only repeating up here at the top. Similarly, if I said just Y, then it repeats only up and down. If you don't want it to repeat, you just want the image to appear in whatever position you have it, no repeat. Semicolon, click away, and now that one lone little square is very sad because it's sitting there all alone. However, that does take care of the problem. You can actually position the image, but that's a little bit more advanced than what we're going to get into at the moment. Okay, so the next portion of this then is a discussion about how this really benefits you. You can have a background image that repeats over everything, but sometimes you need something along the lines of a header, which is, by the way, different than the head tag in your HTML. So let's explore that. Now I'm going to actually delete a bunch of these things. And we notice that the nice little background goes away. I'm also going to delete this actual paragraph tag. So we have nothing there, starting fresh. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to set my background. You can't really see anything though, because even though I have a width set, I haven't set a height. Now, for a lot of your content, you're not going to want to set a height. But for things like headers, where you only need to see the top area and nobody's going to be typing in there, it's okay to set a height. So, I happen to know that the height is 290 pixels. So I'm going to set that, and with the semicolon, when I click away, you can then see that is the height. Now you'll notice that we have a little problem right here. It is repeating because that's just kind of an auto sort of thing. In this case, we won't have to worry about the repeating. Either take it out of there through the CSS, or in this case, I actually want to set the width, which I happen to know is 650 pixels wide. So now we can see then, here is our header area. So then if I wanted some content, I would actually add the content to an area below it. I would either start a new div, or I might have set it up instead to behave a little differently. Remember, save often. So that is how you would set an image through CSS a couple of ways.